Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into something I get asked about constantly. Why does Korea just work differently? Whether it's getting food, delivered at 2 a.m., walking home safely at 3 in the morning, or receiving a package you ordered literally an hour ago, Korea operates on a level that seems almost impossible to people from Western countries. But here's the thing, it's not magic. There's actually a very specific set of structural reasons why Korea can pull off things that would be considered unrealistic or even impossible in most Western cities. So let's break down the real infrastructure, cultural factors, and systems that make Korea's unique lifestyle possible. First, let's talk about density. And I don't just mean population density, though Korea is one of the most densely populated countries on Earth. I'm talking about service density, infrastructure density, everything concentrated in a way that fundamentally changes how society operates. In Seoul, over half of South Korea's entire population lives within a 25-kilometer radius of the city center. That's insane when you think about it. But what this creates is an economy of scale that makes services viable 247. When you have millions of people in such a small area, there's always demand. Always. That 2 a.m. fried chicken delivery? There are enough people awake and hungry at 2 a.m. in a single neighborhood to make it profitable for restaurants to stay open and for delivery drivers to be working. Compare this to most American or European cities, where populations are spread out over massive suburban areas. Even in big cities like LA or London, you've got significant distances between high-density zones. This means fewer potential customers per square kilometer, which means fewer 24-hour services, longer delivery times, and higher costs. Now let's get into the delivery infrastructure itself, because this is where Korea really shines. The delivery system here isn't just faster, it's structured completely differently from the ground up. Korean apartment buildings, which house the majority of the urban population, are designed with delivery in mind. There's always a central entrance, with a security system where drivers can leave packages or call up to apartments. Unlike sprawling American suburbs where a delivery driver might spend 10 minutes just finding your house number, Korean addresses are systematic, and buildings are clustered. But the real game changer is the sheer number of delivery workers and the infrastructure supporting them. Korea has around 350,000 delivery drivers for a population of 52 million. That's roughly one driver for every 150 people. The entire system is built on speed and efficiency. Drivers use motorcycles or small scooters that can navigate traffic quickly, and they're experts at optimizing routes through dense urban areas. Then there's the technology layer. Korean delivery apps aren't just ordering platforms, they're real-time tracking systems with insane precision. You can watch your driver's location update every few seconds, know exactly when they're entering your building, and even communicate directly through the app. This level of integration between technology, urban planning, and human resources simply doesn't exist in most Western countries. Now, safety and crime. This is the big one that blows people's minds. How can you walk around Seoul at 3 a.m. and feel safer than walking around most Western cities? At 3 p.m., the common explanation is cultural. Koreans are just more respectful, there's less crime, etc. And while culture plays a role, the structural factors are even more important. First, CCTV coverage. Korea has one of the highest CCTV densities in the world. We're talking cameras everywhere, every subway station, every major street, inside buildings, in elevators, and parking lots. In Seoul alone, there are over 1 million CCTV cameras. That's massive surveillance, and yes, there are privacy concerns that Koreans themselves debate. But the effect on crime is undeniable. When potential criminals know they're being watched from multiple angles at all times, crime rates drop dramatically. Second, population density again. Remember what I said about density? Well, density means there are always people around, always eyes on the street. Even at 3 a.m., you're rarely truly alone on Seoul streets. There are convenience store workers, delivery drivers, people coming home from late-night shifts, students studying at 24-hour cafes. This natural surveillance effect makes crime much riskier. Third, the justice system and social consequences. Korea has a very low tolerance for violent crime, and the social cost of being caught is enormous. In a society where reputation and social standing matter intensely, and where background checks are common for employment, having a criminal record is absolutely devastating. It's not just about jail time, it's about social death. Fourth, economic factors. Korea's inequality exists, but extreme. Poverty is less visible than in many Western cities. There's a robust social safety net, including national health care, and even low-income workers have access to basic services. When basic needs are met, crime rates naturally drop. Let's talk about the speed culture, the pali-pali culture that Korea is famous for. Why can Korea do things so fast when other countries can't? Part of it is expectation and competition. Korean businesses compete on speed as a primary differentiator. If one delivery service can get you food in 30 minutes, another will promise 20 minutes. This creates a race to the bottom, time-wise, that drives constant innovation in logistics. But the infrastructure enables this. Korea has blazing fast internet, the fastest average internet speeds in the world. This means data transmission, order processing, route optimization, all happen in real time with zero lag. The entire digital infrastructure is built for speed. The transportation infrastructure supports it too. Korea's roads, especially in cities, are designed for efficiency. Traffic management systems are highly sophisticated with real-time adjustments. Public transportation runs like clockwork. Everything is synchronized in a way that prioritizes movement and speed. There's also the work culture aspect. And I need to be honest about this because it's not all positive. Korean workers, including delivery drivers, often work incredibly long hours under intense pressure. The speed that customers enjoy comes at a human cost. Drivers are racing against time to meet delivery windows, often skipping breaks, working in dangerous weather, pushing their bodies to the limit. The pali-pali culture that makes life convenient for consumers often means exploitation for workers. It's a trade-off that Korean society is increasingly questioning. Finally, let's talk about something that doesn't get mentioned enough: homogeneity and social trust. Korea is one of the most ethnically homogeneous countries in the world. This creates a high-trust society, where systems can operate on certain assumptions. Businesses can assume customers won't scam them. Customers can assume drivers won't steal packages. This mutual trust reduces friction and allows services to operate more efficiently. Now, I'm not saying homogeneity is good or bad. I'm simply pointing out that it's a structural factor that affects how society operates. Western countries, especially those with high immigration, deal with much more diversity, which is culturally rich but also creates challenges in building universal trust-based systems. So here's the bottom line. Korea's unique lifestyle, the 24-hour delivery, the safety, the incredible speed of service, all of this is possible because of a perfect storm of factors. Extreme density, massive infrastructure investment, sophisticated technology, high surveillance, cultural expectations, and yes, worker exploitation. It's not something you can just copy and paste to another country. You'd need to rebuild cities from the ground up, invest trillions in infrastructure, accept levels of surveillance that many Western citizens would reject, and fundamentally reorganize how urban spaces function. Korea works the way it does because the entire system, from city planning to cultural norms to economic structures, is aligned toward these outcomes. It's the result of decades of rapid development, unique geographic constraints, and specific policy choices. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. The work-life balance issues, the surveillance concerns, the mental health crisis, among young people pushed to their limits, these are real problems that Koreans are actively grappling with. But understanding why Korea works the way it does helps us appreciate both the benefits and the costs of this system. All right, that's it for today. Let me know in the comments, would you want these systems in your country, even with the trade-offs? Or are there aspects of Korean life you think other countries could adopt without the downsides? See you in the next video.